Put the team on his back like a transport. Ben 10 with the dribble drive handoff. Pick and roll full contact. This is a man's sport. County of Kings, really the Kingsborough. You know Crown Heights, so you know that sound right. Brooklyn Bridges, DFS defenders. The Brooklyn Block Party clacks and double digits. Got the ball plays clicking, the whole block is with it. Left a lot on the table, now we coming to get it. The shook one's gone, we too Brooklyn strong. Can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
That hit. Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting the score next. My J is all net, me and Jay just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make you watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. It's between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as Shamsu, and when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that or Millie rock like a FanDuel. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Y'all know what's up, man. Ben Simmons ain't on the team. Are you happy? Are you not happy? Let's get the fans' reactions to him not being on here. Hold on. Nets fans is the best fans. It's Big Fan Breezy. All right, let's get to it. BTB says we gonna miss you, Big Ben. 10 Player 1 says saddest day of my life. BTB said the tribute video is going to make me cry. I gotta think some of this is sarcasm. I gotta feel like this is kind of sarcasm. But Iceman is somebody who really did like Ben Simmons and spoke on him for the most part a lot. So I wanted to go to Iceman. Iceman, before we get to it, just give us a quick commercial, then we're gonna get to it.
Yo, y'all know where to find me, Iceman the Don, on Twitter, and you can follow the podcast, The Tip Off of Brooklyn Nets Podcast on YouTube. You heard?
How you doing, Iceman? You feeling better?
I'm feeling somewhat better. Still drinking my tea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was down and out too, man. Yes, I threw up twice. I was done. I was going to do a stream yesterday with Gary, but I didn't do it because I wasn't feeling well. But I'm glad to be feeling better now, man.
Yeah, man, I'm still down though, but I'm feeling a little bit better than yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit better is closer to feeling good.
Right.
Hold on, let me get to some of these comments again. Then we're gonna go to Iceman. Big Priest says salute, Big Priest. The Black Pinoy said wasted potential. Ben just didn't didn't want it enough. Good riddance. Scam Likely said it's about time. Brockwork said with the next luck he will get busy on another team. That should be happening, right? The Black Pinoy said BK hoops in shambles. LOL, we got our joy back. I'm crying. I was waiting for BK and Wild Hoop stream too because I know how much he be saying about Ben Simmons, and yeah, I'm glad he gone. But I see all of you guys. I see 3 times as third time as a charm. BTB, Player 1, Brockwork, Damon F, my guy. I'm throwing a link in the chat for my guy. A-Trax D wins. Black Pinoy, I think I said that. Scam Likely, Big Priest, BKM Network Podcast. Oh, the link is coming. The link is definitely coming. Y'all got to know that. I'm throwing a link in the chat. We're going to talk before the game start. I'm not doing the play-by-play. I'm just, doing this part. Me and Iceman are going to kick it first before I throw it in the link. But stay tuned because that link is coming. I could throw the link in now and just leave y'all in the studio if y'all want to do that. But we're gonna refer to Iceman right now. Iceman, talk to me, man. From the start of Ben Simmons being on the team until now, what is your overall feelings on Ben Simmons being bought out by the Brooklyn Nets?
Yo, I'm just glad that he's still playing ball. It's not at the highest level, but he can get a chance to still continue and try, to get back to where he was, or, play as best as he can and extend his career as long as he can. You know what I mean? I'm just happy for him regardless. Anybody that go through something like that and still can produce a little bit and still help a team a little bit, I'll root for.
Okay. All right. So do you think the Brooklyn Nets did the right thing by buying him out?
Well, they ain't buy him out yet, but
Oh, they did?
Nah, I don't think they bought him out yet. I think it's still going on. They're trying to figure it out. He ain't gonna play tonight, so I guess they still working it out. But I guess it'll be the right thing because Ben here is not really needed. You know what I mean? You try and get as many young guys in, so he still play defense. He can still give you 6-7 assists. You know what I mean? 6-7 rebounds. He ain't gonna give you too many points, but he can still help somebody.
Okay. So do you feel like they did the right thing?
Oh, buy him? Yeah. If they buy him out to let him go somewhere else, I don't know if those rumors about Cleveland and the Clippers are true, but you know what I'm saying, those are good teams. So if he can get on one of those teams and compete in the playoffs or whatever, that's good.
Right. All right. Well, the buyout teams I heard were Cleveland, Clippers. I don't know. I forget the third team, Portland maybe. But it's interesting to consider who they might pick up. But my thoughts on Ben Simmons is he's great when he's available, but he's not available a lot. I like the fact that he was able to, consider going to the bench, move to the bench, and then actually play good off of the bench. Jay called him Bench Simmons, he trolling. BK Network said Houston was the third team. I think they probably the first team that might take a liking to Ben Simmons. I don't know if they could fit him contract wise. I mean, but tell me, Iceman, do you know how buyouts work? What happens? Does the Brooklyn Nets give him all his money and they cut him, or they give him some of that money and they cut him? How does that work?
I'm not too sure, but I think they give him most of the money. I think they give him most of the money, and then they let him go.
Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna go look for it. How do buyouts work in the NBA? Let's see. Because my thing is, he was here for 3 years, man. I knew they was gonna cut him when the time we wasn't gonna re-sign him. Some people were saying re-sign him, even when he had his high, when he was playing good with the Brooklyn Nets. I thought, yeah, that's for now. But with his availability, you still wanna, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to pick him back up after the season ends. That's how I was on. But big free said, I know how it works. I'm about to throw the link in the chat for sure. Let's see. Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go. How does a contract buyout work? It says a contract buyout is when a team and a player mutually agree to terminate a contract prematurely by having a player give up a portion of their salary to become a free agent. But there's a bit of a catch. If both parties reach an agreement, the player doesn't immediately become a free agent. Instead, they are released to waivers. Okay, that means other teams have 48 hours to claim the player. Every team is eligible to submit a waiver claim on a player. But if multiple teams submit a claim, then the team that is the lowest in the standings is awarded the player. Okay, so 3 teams, right? BK Network just said that in the chat. 3 teams is interested. Whoever is playing the worst in the standings, that's who gets the player. You know, so if it's a record of 20 and 21, and then it's a record of 19 and 22 or 18 and 23, the 18 and 23 team gets Ben Simmons. I'm just, you know, I know those are none of the records specifically, but I'm just giving an example on how it works. It says if a player goes unclaimed on waivers, then he becomes a free agent who can sign with any team. The main distinction between a buyout and waiving a player is the money. A player is waived, the team still has to pay their remaining salary if a buyout is agreed upon. Then the player is usually forfeiting some of what they are owed. Okay, and then it says, why do NBA teams offer buyouts? And it says, typically a team offers a contract to buy out to gain flexibility. Whether that roster perspective or financial one depends on the situation. Now, let me talk my shit. Now I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. They did this for Cam Thomas. This is to prove to Cam Thomas, listen, I know his contract is in the way. His contract looking stupid big. Ain't no way you fit in, you know what I mean? It show him some confidence. And maybe, you know what I'm saying? And I think them doing this shows Cam Thomas that we are serious about giving you a big contract. That's just me saying that, though. Iceman, how you feel about that?
Well, they got to free up money. They got to pay some guys, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it would be wise to, you know, let Ben go where he got to go and keep that money open until, you know what I mean, until it's that time.
Yeah, of course, BK Network. You got to know it's because of that. But, yeah, man, I really do think that the Brooklyn Nets, they need to step up in this department when it comes down to acquiring free agents, who they're going to get. I would say the Dino is a good pickup. Schroeder is a good pickup. You know, some of these things work, some of these things don't, man. The rule of effing. Hold on, it's a lot of new people in the chat, man. Yo, don't some hit the like button, tap the like button, smash the like button, subscribe to the page. We're going to continue to give you more content daily. Trust me, man, I'm out here. Ask about me on Twitter. Ask if you see Big Fan Breezy doing these streams, doing these lives. Ask if I've been consistent doing a recap every game for the last 2 seasons. Creme de la creme. Run tell a friend to subscribe to the page. We do work. Man, you guys are tough. Shout to Kurt the Flow, Alex Torres, the Ruler FN. Anybody else I might have forgot to mention. Okay. We're gonna peruse Twitter. We're gonna peruse Twitter with Iceman because he got some tweets out here that I wanted to get to. And then we're gonna throw the link in the chat. You know, we 13 minutes in, man. We 13 minutes in. Hold it down. Hold it down. We ain't do much. I know how I do. I'm for the fans, by the fans. I know how I do. Okay. Oh, we got Jordy Fernandez. He says Jordy Fernandez on his. Well, I want to get to Iceman first. Let's get to Iceman. We're gonna do a lot. Okay, Cam Johnson in the 3-point contest. I think I just seen that.
Facts.
Oh, we got Nets Press on Twitter. What he say? Okay. We're gonna get to Net Press. When Nets Press come, we if you want to get to some of his tweets, we could do that. Okay, Iceman said, okay, my boy is out. Oh wow. Okay, so we just heard from Iceman. We don't have to go there. But let's see what else Iceman is talking about. You said something about Bones Highland, I believe, right?
Yeah, he just got released from one of the teams, and I like Bones. I like Bones as a point guard. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. So you say that as a Nets fan, like you want to see him in a Brooklyn Nets jersey?
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it at all. He's gonna give you some highlights. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind it. You know, him and Killian Hayes. If they bring Killian Hayes up, one of them or both of them. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wow, man. I know that's your boy, but it sounds like you're moving on fast from old Benny there, man.
I got Ben locked in. His jersey. I got his jersey in the closet. You know what I mean? Still a fan of Ben, but hey, he off the team. I still like Ben, but you know what I'm saying? We gotta bring more players in.
31 minutes ago, Iceman said I like Bones Highland. Then lose a lick of sleep because of Ben Simmons. shout out to Iceman. Alex Torres says, more importantly, no other team has cap space in the offseason, so we are in the driving seat. Ray LM said, Cam officially got the keys. I know that's sarcasm because you got the laughing emojis. But the truth is yes, he should have the keys. Oh, wow. So hold on. Jacques Vaughn could get the keys. Steve Nash could get the keys. Huh? Who else they giving the keys? They giving all of these people the keys. And what they do with the keys? You give Cam Thomas the keys, what you think gonna happen? It's spell winning. Y'all grinning, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all grinning and sinning, thinking I'm playing about, you know what I mean, Cam Thomas, what he bring to this team. Damon F said Bones Highland game is made for the Nets. I got it. You agree with him?
For right now, yeah. For right now. Okay. You know what I mean? The way we're playing right now, he can get on the team and hoop.
Okay. I just want to let y'all know that I just started feeling good, right? I told you that I wasn't feeling well. I said that, right? And I say that for a reason, you know. I say that for a reason. And hold on, let me get it. Because I can't, this episode specifically, I cannot and will not be yelling over you guys talking about hold it down. Hold it down. One mic. I can't do that this season. I can't do that this episode. I cannot. So I just want to let you guys know. This is how I'm on it today. You see that? That's a sub sandwich. Okay. I do not have time to yell over you guys. If I put this on the screen, just know I'm subbing one of y'all asses. Know that. But I'm not about to sub Iceman, so I'll take it off the screen. And this is a warning. If y'all doing all of this and I gotta yell over y'all too many times of my liking, I'm gonna put this on the screen as a warning. If you guys don't quiet down, you know that I'm fitting to sub y'all. But that's what it is. I'll take this off the screen. But Cam Johnson going to the 3-point contest. Talk to me about that. You think he could win it?
He got a chance. You know what I'm saying? Well, he got a chance. There's some tough there's some tough shooters in there, but you know what I mean? He's been shooting well this season, so he got a good chance of winning or coming close to winning.
Yeah. I wonder who he gonna be in the competition with.
I think Dame Lillard, Tyler Hero, him, shoot, I can't remember who else. You know what I mean?
Tyler Hero, you said?
Yeah, I think Tyler Hero was in there. I don't know if I posted that on there, but
might have.
It was like 8 people, 8 players, something like that.
Nice. Cam Johnson will participate. I think Cam Johnson got a fair crack at it. And I think if he wins it, it'll raise his trade value crazy. In the free agency, like he'll get traded in the offseason. And and I don't know if you've seen this, Iceman, but Iceman, Cam Johnson was real big on not being traded. Remember we was doing that and we watched the interview and I was like, watch the interview with Ben Simmons, remember?
Yeah.
And he was talking about how it inconvenienced him and this, that, and the third. And one more thing that I wanted to get to Iceman before I let people on the panel, and I'm doing this intentionally because I'm gonna start doing this a lot where I probably just start the show with one co-host. I'll do it by myself sometimes. Then I'll have like one co-host. I'll just start with smaller panels and then I'll make it bigger panels. That way, you know what I'm saying? Everybody get a chance to talk and nobody feel rushed. I'm just trying to improve the show. That's all. But I think this increases his trade value tremendously. And it's going to be beneficial for him. But I like the human side of him in that interview, talking about how, it's just a business and y'all all excited, but we got real situations. Y'all want us to move. We got to find a new house, a new school for our children. He didn't say all of this. I'm paraphrasing, but he let us know as fans that it's a big inconvenience for them as players. And I know you guys are, you are happy about getting new guys on the team or getting guys traded off the team or whatnot. but it was really showing again the human side of the business of basketball. Like, yeah, they understand that the business of basketball is getting traded around this time, but they don't like it. This is one of the things that stood out for me watching that interview. You care to speak to that, Iceman?
Yeah, man. It's real life. You know what I mean? No video games, no video game trades. You know what I mean? Everything just smooth. You know what I'm saying? You on the next team, you're good. It's a real life situation, real life feelings. You know what I mean? Real life responsibilities come along with playing in the NBA and getting traded and stuff like that. Man. It's not easy. You know what I mean? It's easy to say you don't want them on the team, but you know what I mean? If you was in the NBA and you hearing all of that and you feeling like you know what I'm saying, you on a trade block and don't know if you're gonna get moved or not, man, that's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? So you gotta kind of look at the guys different when they handle the pressure and they playing through all the noise and all that. You know what I mean? You see what type of player they are.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool, man. Anything you else wanted to mention before I let the guys on the panel?
Nah, man, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Bring the fellas up.
All right, all right. We got Nets Press, Dylan. We got LM. We got Soul Breezy and Big Priest. They came on in the studio in that order. So first we're gonna go to Dylan, man. We're gonna start with the Ben Simmons news. Talk to us, man. Shout your podcast out first.
Feel free to subscribe to us on YouTube at BK Network Podcast. I'm gonna have to change the name on my YouTube because we're not doing that one anymore. So I joined with Gary. It's the BK Nothing But Nets podcast. You can find us over there on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, it was a little bittersweet today seeing that Ben Simmons is finalizing his buyout. I own a jersey too. I got fallen into that trap. I don't hate Ben Simmons whatsoever.
Which one? What jersey you got? What it look like?
I'm pissed off. I got the throwback like white with the blue and red jersey.
Damn, you got Ben Simmons in that jersey?
Yeah, it was a poor purchase. Shit happens.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no, trust me. Now I have a jersey collection that consists of 4 Kyrie jerseys, a KD jersey, and a Ben jersey. So the only one that I'm wearing is the red Vince Carter one that I got. So
hold on. I want you to speak to this comment right here by the rule of FN. He says, easiest way to tank equal have no facilitator on the court. How you feel about that?
He's not wrong, but it's not like we have no facilitator on the court. D'Angelo Russell's still here, who averages over 6.5 assists since being here. Expect Killian Hayes to get brought up here in the next 2 weeks, probably, I would say. He's the first man up as of right now, but they're gonna have to convert one of these 2-ways potentially, because I don't think we have an extra 2-way spot available at the moment. So either
you think Tusar could be that guy?
I personally think that you should probably give it to Killian. In all honesty, he's the most NBA ready. If you look at his stats in the G League compared to what he was doing in the NBA, he's improved a ton. He's a former top 10 pick. I think if you're going to give a deal to anybody, it should be him, because Tucson's on a 2-year 2-way deal. So there's no point of giving him a contract because you can get him for practically nothing for the next 2 years. So I would give it to Killian, even though he hasn't played in the NBA. I'd finalize a deal for at least this season to sign him for the rest of the season. If not, give him a 2-year deal that's cheap. If you can get him for 2 years and see what he does, I'd be excited. But I'm excited to see him come up. I'm hoping that they bring him up here shortly, like I said. From who I spoke with CJ, he said that he would expect him to probably be there in like 2-3 weeks. So we'll see.
You spoke to CJ and you said what?
That Killian Hayes should probably be the first man up, and if it is, then it's probably going to be within the next like 2-3 weeks.
Okay, chat. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about Killian Hayes? You know what I mean, pulling up to the team. Dylan was saying that with a reliable source like that. But talk to us, Dylan. You wanted to say anything specific before we go around the panel?
No, listen. I don't know if I was here or not for the trade deadline podcast, but I'm severely disappointed.
Okay.
I truly believe there is no place on this team for Cam Johnson. It's not a knock to him. I absolutely respect the hell out of him. He has shown that he wants to be here, and he has been playing his best basketball of his career here. But at the end of the day, there's no place for a 28, soon-to-be 29-year-old on a rebuilding team who has not really done anything throughout his career other than be a decent role player. He's dealt with injury history. The entire point of why you kept him past the draft last year is because he didn't have any value amongst the league. And instead of trading him at his highest value, we're going to do the same mistake that we have made time and time again, overvalue a role player, and he's going to decrease his value once he gets injured again. Look at Joe Harris, for example. He's on the path of Joe Harris. You bring him here, he plays all right, he plays his best, he gets to the three-point contest, he wins the three-point contest, and then guess what? The next couple of years, right down the shitter. So I'm expecting a Joe Harris caliber decline in them because it's just the same story written over and over again when it comes to Sean Marks and role players. So
we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We will see. I just want to go around the panel. We definitely going to get into the open gym side where we just all talking and whatnot. But you know what I mean? Shout to Dylan. Like he told y'all, he's with Gary. Yeah, they're together and pause or whatever. But they do the podcast together. And they it's what is it again? What's the name of it? BK Network Podcast.
BK Nothing But Nets.
BK Nothing But Nets. That's what it was. That's what it is. So thank you for that, Dylan. We're gonna go to LM. LM, talk to us, man. What's your initial thoughts on Ben Simmons not on the team, man? It looked like some sarcasm for the chat, but I couldn't tell, man. Talk to us.
I mean, you know, it was a celebration, I guess, on Twitter today. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't really feel anything about it. Yeah, I mean, all Net fans were celebrating on Twitter today. I mean, it is what it is, but I wasn't really feeling the way about it. I mean, it is what it is. With Ben Simmons was what I was hoping what happened with Cam Johnson. Not necessarily a buyout, but him taking his abilities to a team that needs it. You know what I'm saying? Like Cam Johnson going to a team, I think we would have done him justice by sending him to a team where his skills could be better utilized than just wasting it on a tanking team. Not to say that
out of the three teams that was talking about it was Cleveland, Houston, and somebody else. I forget. Who you said, Dylan? Cleveland, Houston, and who?
It was the Clippers. And real quickly, too, I forgot to mention, I am very disappointed in the fact that they're going to use the Ben Simmons buyout as our trade deadline move. Because I already see people talking about how this is such a great move. They're geniuses. Like, they have the opportunity to move a combined, let's see, CJ's making, what, $23 million a year for the next 3 seasons? Claxton's making 24.5, 25 roughly per year for the next 4 years. You could have gotten at least $100 million off of the books if you move both of them. But
yeah,
damn, you're trying to get rid of everybody, bro.
Yeah,
only people I wanted to get rid of was Claxton and CJ because
that's
CJ,
a whole team. We don't got rid of
there's 13 other players. But
hold on, yeah, we got to go back to LM. This so greasy. I don't want to skip LM. Shout out to LM, man. That's my guy right there, man. He be talking good basketball. I can't skip over this guy, man. This guy's good. LM, talk to us real quick. We're gonna go to so greasy right after that. But we heard what Dylan said. The third team is the Clippers. Who you think is the best team out of that Phillies? So who could utilize his skill set?
I was thinking Cleveland or the Clippers. I think both of those teams.
Who got the worst record out of those 3 teams, Helen?
Clippers? I think it's the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure.
Clippers, they definitely ain't got a better record than Cleveland. And Houston is like third in the
first place in the East, and
yeah, Houston third.
It's the Clippers. But I mean, him and Cleveland.
Word, BC, tell them hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. Y'all be watching the content. What y'all be doing? Trying to steal the content?
Sub up, man.
I mean, not sub to the page. What's going on with y'all, man? If don't steal my content, I debate you. Don't be watching my page, stealing my content. I'd rather debate you, man. I'll call you out, whoever you is. You watch my page 1 or 2 times, you ain't subscribed, I want smoke.
I think him and Cleveland would be nice though, especially with the acquisition of DeAndre Hunter that they just got. It would be him putting Darius Garland and Donovan and Hunter and these guys in their spots. Like I feel like that would be an interesting move for them.
Yeah, because he'd probably be the backup big man. Though.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be good with the Rockets too, though. I think they'd be.
I don't think teammates want him that badly
because they got a point guard, but they backup ain't like You had Ben over there, a big vet.
Realistically,
I
with
think
Houston,
either
Ben Thompson can play the 1, and Fred VanVleet's still there. Plus, they have Reed Shepard. So I don't know. I
Imagine
feel
Ben
like it just
Simmons
depends on.
and Ahmad Thompson next to each other. That's wild.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can't get him, bro. He got to go to the
or
Clippers.
a combination. If they go to the Clippers, they can high key put them at the 1. They could
I
put
mean, the
Harden at the
Clippers is the
2, and then the
only
Clippers can
team.
be at Kawhi at the 3.
The Clippers is the only team that don't got a backup facilitator out of
Right,
all these teams that's been mentioned.
Yeah.
right. So
They
it makes
they
sense.
don't have no
Hold
backup
on.
point guard.
Hold on. I wanted to slow it down real quick and say that's the mistake I don't want to make. Clippers made the same mistake we did. They gave up Shea and they didn't focus on their draft, and they did that with the free agents, and they look bad because of it. Respectfully. Shout to Showtime, man. I watch his. I like listening to him cook, man. I like his content. He don't just got cut the content.
But I
I
will
be having
say,
good shit to say about the Clippers, man. So I'll just be quiet in the chat, man. I'll be watching, but I'll be wanting to say that about the Clippers because I already know what it is with Harden and all that. But yeah,
yeah,
man.
I will say what I will say is, as much as a lot of us, I guess some of us wanted to see Cam Johnson dealt, um, I will give the benefit of the doubt and say if there was no, it could be Sean Marks' greed. I'm not saying that it's not. But if there was no offers out there for him that benefited us in any way, shape, or form, then he did a good job keeping him. Because you do not want to trade him. And if we looked at the offers and if he did trade in him and he got shit back, we would have been upset up here. So realistically, if he kept him and there was no good offers out there, then it is what it is. He's representing us in the 3-point contest, so fuck it. I mean, it is what it is at this point. Somebody in Brooklyn is going to the All Star weekend.
That's dope.
So
I like how you look at that. Hold on, Ellen. If you done, we gonna go. I want to pass it to So Breezy.
yeah, Greasy, yeah, go ahead.
Yo, So Breezy, man, talk to us, man. What do you think about all of this, man? I didn't see you in a minute, man. Just this. First off, I know this trade deadline was crazy. It was. But talk to us, man. What you think about Ben Simmons not being on the team, man? How you feel?
I think that was a move they should have been made. I like the move actually. And I wasn't really too mad about Cam Johnson staying or leaving because he's still one of the best shooters in the league. So not to just come at people, but to say one of the best shooters in the league don't got a place on the team. I understand like the winning trajectory, but if you're trying to build for next year, it's not bad to keep one of the best shooters in the league still on the team.
So with Nets fans, we not all in agreement
Excellent
that CJ
point.
should be on
Excellent point.
off the team. That's fair. Hold on, let him cook. Keep cooking, So Greasy.
No, so because we could have went and got draft picks, but how long would it take that player to become a Cam Johnson? You don't really get too many players, and to put him on a Joe Harris scale, Joe Harris averaged 13 to 11 points for us. Come on now, like you can't even do that. He's up like 19, 20 point range. Like that's not even close, So I think it's a good move. If he wanted the players that they gave a contract last year, so coming into this year, he's proven that he's proven that he's worth the contract and some of the incentives that he's getting for that contract. So I'm just.
Yo, where you at, buddy?
Oh man, he was spitting straight knowledge.
Right. He was right. Where you at?
I was gonna take out my pen in the pad and I was gonna take out the pen in the pad and start writing them bars down because he was, you know what I mean?
What? I was hanging on to every word like motherfucking hanger.
Ben, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just gonna say a little bit. So Breezy, you good commentator,
Hey, you
brother.
can't cut the line.
Hold on.
You can't cut the line even, Ivan.
Yeah. I can't let you skip Big Priest like that. I mean, I think you're a good guy. I'm pretty sure if you walk ladies across the street, grow old ladies across the street, like, yo, I got your help. You see them, they need a door open. I'm pretty sure you're a nice guy. But I can't let you skip Big Priest like that. But shout out to Ivan, man. We're gonna go to you right after Big Priest, you feel me? But he said somebody called him. Shout out to Dame, he be back. Come back, Dame. Big Priest talk to us, man. Ben Simmons off the team, man. What's going on, man?
Yeah, The only thing that So Greasy said that I didn't agree with is you couldn't buy him out earlier because he had multiple years on his deal. So that doesn't work. But I mean, I saw it headed in this direction with Ben. Um, he probably played himself on to another team because of how he was playing. He wasn't playing like Ben Simmons in Philly, but he was playing. I think he played himself onto a team on a low level deal, 1 year deal to earn future incentives. Um, I'm definitely not upset about the Cam Johnson piece. Like I say, um, and like So Greasy say everything. The Joe Harris pick comparison is kind of disrespectful to Cam Johnson because he can't. I ain't never seen Joe Harris get to a midi. Whenever he dribbled, we hold your breath. Um, I I never seen Joe Harris do any of that stuff. But
Okay.
the Ben piece is
So you saying,
it had
hold on,
to
but
end.
hold on. So you saying player for player, Cam Johnson is a better player than Joe Harris?
Yes,
All right, that's fair.
that's
Better
not
rebounder,
even close.
better
To me,
rebounder
it's
for
not
sure.
even close.
Okay, not even
Joe
close.
Harris might be a better shooter, right? A
Okay.
better 3-point shooter. But as far as their games are concerned, um, if you at the park, Breezy,
Yeah.
and Joe Harris and Cam Johnson up for to be picked,
Yeah.
I think I know who you picking.
Yeah, I'll pick a Cam Johnson for sure. You know what I mean? Based on what I seen, and I like that you said that. And I don't know where Dylan went, man, because I wanted him to talk his shit because you going at his point, and I am too. You know what I mean? I disagree that Cam Johnson, the play that he's had, he's now last year I think he stunk up the gym. I'm not going to, but this
He had a
year I
bad. That
thought.
was his worst shooting year of his career last year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But this year I thought that he was redeeming himself and is redeeming. There's some redemption there. Maybe yeah, of course the season is not over. You want him to do more. Like he can't just be bad from here on out. Nah, I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, he believes in the tank. He like know what's
I'll
going
put it
on.
like this. I'll put it like this real
He
quick,
want to
Breezy.
be here, man. I like a player that want to be here. Big Priest, go ahead, talk to us.
It's very hard. This dude is pushing 50, 40, 90. The people we saw shoot like that, I think was Steph, KD, and Kyrie, right? That I can remember off the top of my head. So when you talk about a player shooting with that efficiency, like I say, that's not Joe Harris. That is just not.
Yo, so this is what I wanted to say, right? I haven't been to church recently,
Hold
but
on.
I'm going to
You
church.
finished, Big Priest? Big Priest, you finished?
Yeah, Ivan can go.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I haven't been to church, for a while. But since Ben Simmons got waived, I'm definitely going to church this Sunday because this is a good time to celebrate. Listen, it's about time, bro. I'm super hyped. I've been waiting for Ben Simmons to get off the team. He's gonna mess up the Clippers. He's gonna be another Russell Westbrook in the playoffs. So I'm glad we finally got rid of him. And I agree with Priest. Cam Johnson have been playing phenomenal for us, man. It gonna take like So Breezy was saying too. It's gonna take a while to develop a player to get to Cam Johnson level. Probably gonna take 3 or 4 years the maximum. So and I'm glad he going to the 3-point contest or whatever. He deserves it. He been playing good this year.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. So, do you think that the Ben Simmons, who you think he'd get picked up by the Clippers, Houston, or
Uh, it definitely could be I think it'll be more the Clippers. Cavaliers are way too deep now, bro. They really deep, especially when they picked up Hunter. Ben Simmons just gonna ruin them. I mean, for the most part, I think the Clippers need a backup point guard, and yeah, they definitely gonna need Ben Simmons services, which is not much of services, but the little that they do need, they're gonna need them.
just real quick, we're not gonna get to that now. I definitely want to continue to go around the panel, but I do want to ask you, Ivan, since you mentioned it, Hunter on Cleveland. You think they come out the East with him?
Uh, man, I think it's them or the Celtics, bro. That's basically it. I think it's them and the Celtics, but they looking tough, man. They are deep.
Hold
They
on,
are very
you know
yeah
what I want to know? You know what I'm gonna pull up while we here, Ivan? I'm gonna pull up the
yeah.
stats Hunter versus Tatum. Like, what happens when they versus each other? Can Hunter guard Tatum? Can Hunter, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen slow down Tatum and Brown? I think so.
I think so too, because we notice even when I see Tatum, a lot of them Celtics are they do the same thing over. They hunt the smallest matchups. With Cavaliers, they got so much height. Hunting a small matchup is not gonna be easy. They long and athletic pause. So I don't think it's gonna be as easy anymore. You saw what Ben Simmons was able to do to Tatum. Of course, nobody can stop Tatum, but he was able to slow him down. You know what I mean? So it could be tough, bro. It's gonna be really, really tough.
Honey, now I feel you. Hold on, just to revisit the whole Ben Simmons thing. Brian Lewis, he came out with a tweet and it says, Ben Simmons agent Bernie Lee on buyout status. I just saw some of the other reporting. I want to be really clear. Ben hasn't met with anyone, nor is he. We are having conversations with the Nets, and when there is something to be said, we will let you know. We will let everyone know. So that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? We out here, we doing the work. You know, I jumped the gun. My whole title
Hold on.
said the Brooklyn Nets bought out Ben Simmons. I jumped the gun. I gotta change the title. Go ahead, though, Ivan.
Yeah, before I go, man, I have my sources here too. This says rumor has it that BK Hoops is somewhere emotional, but y'all have it, man. Appreciate you, Breezy. For all the contents and all of that, man. I'll be enjoying watching y'all work. So I'm out of here, yo. Appreciate you.
Yo, shout out to BK and Wild Hoops. I think that's funny as hell because I want to see what he gonna say because he was talking all this all-star stuff, and I was just like, availability, man. Availability.
I don't think the availability part this year has been on him. I think they have been sitting him, just like I feel like they more or less sitting Cam Thomas. So I think as far as that's concerned, I think they are they were, like he came out and said, they're tanking. They're I think this year he wanted to play more, but because of the direction of the team, and he was helping lead to wins when he was on the court. So I think that's mostly about that. And that's just about, and I don't know. Of course, it could still be something wrong with him, but I think for the most part they're sitting him because of this tank direction, not because of his health. So I think his availability this year has been very good.
All right, that's fair. Shout out to Big Priest, man. Just pass it to Ice. I mean, LBL for life. One. This is. You always be having some different stuff on this avatar. What does it say now, man? LBL for
Yeah,
life.
I passed the rock, the chest pass. You know what I'm talking about?
Just pass. Just pass. So I got LBL for life. Look at his avatar. I'm about to put it on the big screen, man.
What's up?
What does it say, man? What does it say? What does it say? Joe Harris greater than Cam Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't letting that slide. Go ahead,
well, you
man.
know what? You know what? What you could do is you could bring up the stats for them. Both is next.
You said what?
I said you could bring up the stats for them, right?
Oh, word.
Man, Joe Harris potentially cost us a chip, bro. I don't know.
Oh,
man.
definitely. I'm not saying he's great or anything, but that's what I'm saying about Cam Johnson. Neither is Cam Johnson. He plays great for this half a year, and all of a sudden he's, this superstar. All right, I hear you.
No, I ain't calling him a superstar. What I'm saying is, for his career, I'm not just talking about for this year.
Yeah, I
For
got
his
you.
career, he has been one of the best 3-point shooters in the NBA for his
So
career.
has Joe Harris, right?
But the difference between the two is you've seen how Cam has worked on his game. Tell me one year that Joe Harris has flirted or sniffed 50, 40, 90 shooting.
He's probably never done that because he's always been playing out of position. He's always played against
That ain't got
taller
nothing to
guys.
do with shooting, bro.
Yes, it does. When you have to play defense against bigger guys, it definitely wears on you,
This
right?
dude don't play no defense.
Hmm.
Joe Harris was a cone.
I hear you. I don't see the defense from Cam either.
Oh
He's
man,
he's
here we go.
freaking he's almost 6'9". How many rebounds does he grab?
He doesn't play in the paint.
Okay. I'm just saying, Joe Harris is a tougher player than him. He's a better rebounder than him, and he shoots better.
So if you on the court, I'm gonna ask you the same
I,
question
I
I asked
heard what
Breezy.
you said. I heard what you said.
I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Breezy.
Mm-hmm.
If you picking, your squad on the,
Hold
Am
that's
I
on,
what it
hold on.
is
basing
on
Yeah,
the
it?
hold on.
Am
court.
The
I
game
basing
fin.
it
Come
on
on,
looks?
hold on. Hold on. The game come on at 7:30.
Facts.
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm finna wrap this up. All right. Go ahead, y'all.
So
I'm
am I
just ask
basing it
him
on
this
looks
question:
or am
if
I
you picking
basing
a
it on?
player on the court to play for you, you run it, you doing a free run on the court. Is CJ and Joe Harris up for to be picked? Who you picking?
I'm gonna tell you if they both were playing, like a few games before, and now I got winners. I'm gonna pick Harris.
I
He
knew
may
you.
be shorter. He may be a dumpy looking white guy, but he could definitely play more than
Let me ask you a
Cam
question.
Johnson.
When you seen Joe Harris actually dunking on people or like actually breaking people down on the offense, man?
He's rarely dunked.
Come
Harris
on,
He's
man.
rarely
dunking.
dunked, right?
Come on, man. Come on. I understand the Nets love, but come on, man.
No, I'm saying I'm not a big Joe Harris fan. I'm not a big Joe Harris fan, and
So
I
why you
know
That
he
boy was
disappeared.
out there looking like he was like one of us with a jump shot. Come on now, man.
I hear you, but what I'm saying is, and what I'm saying is, if you looked at him and you looked at Cam, let's look at the stats. Let's look at their numbers.
LBL, I high key believe you take Joe Harris off that championship team and you place him with Cam Johnson, we arguably win. I'm
Mm-hmm.
dead serious about
Well,
that.
we don't have any evidence
We
of
know how
that
we know
because
that. We know how we
Cam
know that that's not
Johnson.
hyperbole, because Cam Johnson has already contributed to a team making it to the finals. That very
Yeah,
same
but what
year,
happened in the
he was
finals?
a big piece.
But what happened in the finals?
Giannis happened.
Nah, I'm saying
He still got there.
yeah.
He ain't that guy.
You- I can tell you
To be
exactly where
fair, he's the
Giannis
only
is
person
dropping
on this
50.
team that has sniffed the finals. So I mean,
And wasn't he in the finals as a rookie? I think or no?
No.
no, I don't think
Nah,
it
he
was
was
a
like a
If
rookie.
we're gonna
yeah.
blame that finals on Cam Johnson and not
All
Devin
I
Booker
say
and
is
CP or Aiton, then we looking at it wrong. I ain't say Cam Johnson is a
Oh
star,
no no
but
no
he's
no.
one of the best
It's not
role
the.
players in
I
the
see what
NBA.
he's saying. That's not the same thing, though, bro. Kyrie and Harden was out, and they every time they double KD, Joe
Let's
Harris
just
had
say
an
this.
open shot.
Let's
Joe
just
He
say
Harris
this,
missed
right?
missed so
mad open
many
Hold on,
shots
open
in
hold
the
on, hold
looks.
on.
playoffs.
Let's just say this, right? Cam Johnson was
Wow.
how many years? How many years Cam Johnson was on? Joe Harris was on the Nets.
too many.
Uh,
Over
I'm
four.
finna pull up the comparison right
Over
now.
Yeah,
four, right?
too
But
many.
Over
Yeah,
like
hold
probably
on
over
real quick.
four.
start pulling
over
it.
four, right?
Hold on real quick.
If you
Real quick,
swap
so
them, if
greasy.
hold on, if you swap them out and you put Cam Johnson instead of him, it, it'll be a whole different. It'll be a whole
But just
different
so I
thing.
can be accurate, Cam Johnson is shooting 49% from the field,
Yeah,
42% from three, and 90 from the free throw line, with an effective field goal percentage of 61%.
that's
Joe
this
Harris
year.
ain't never
What
even.
about the year before and the year before?
He
Okay.
only was,
Isn't this his third year with us?
No,
yeah, I
this
think.
is second year, ain't it?
No, I think it's his third. They have like a half a season with us before
Oh,
that,
half a season. But he played good in that half a season.
Facts.
and he averaged still more than Joe Harris. He averaged up to like 16
He
points, I
didn't
think.
average no 15, 16 points. I'm telling you.
When he
Go pull
first
it up.
got to us, he was averaging 17. He had a down year last year.
Let, let me see the stats.
Yo, he telling you right now,
No,
LVL,
I'm
like,
saying
yo.
he's telling me, but it's not there.
He
Didn't he
averaged
average? I mean, if
he
someone
averaged
just went over.
17 points a game after the trade deadline when he came to us,
No, I'm talking
shooting
about for the.
47%. Last year he only averaged 13.
I mean, telling me he averaged 17 after the trade is like telling me Michael averaged 26 or 27 after the
And
trade.
I
That
said
wasn't
last
real.
year he only averaged 13. He
And
had a
last
bad
year,
shooting year.
and
I'm
last
talking
year they
about for
only
the
had
whole
him
year.
shooting threes though, and still he was banging on niggas. Like yeah, like did he bang on the
But
B?
before the trade, he was averaging 14 points for Phoenix.
Yeah.
After the trade, when he came to us and was getting more minutes and was starting more minutes, he got about 5 more minutes a game. That average went up to 17.
And what's Harris's career high?
Career high average.
I'm saying it
I'll
had to
say
be with us, right? Because he didn't barely play for anyone else.
it's the reason why he retired after eight
I'm
nine
sure there
years.
was. I'm sure there was. I'm not trying to call him great either. I'm just saying, all of this revisionist history of, oh, this guy is
Okay.
finally coming
Okay.
to
So
his own.
I'm looking at Joe Harris. If I just go head to head on just the stats, Cam Johnson averaged more points, more rebounds, more assists, more steals, more blocks. Joe
for
Harris shoots
for the
better from
career.
three. Yeah, for the career. Joe Harris shoots better from three. Cam Johnson shoots better from the free throw line.
And
Um,
what's the minutes?
hmm?
I said, what's the minutes?
They they don't have that's just the numbers off the
Okay,
top.
okay. I get what you're saying.
That's the same amount of minutes.
But what I'm saying is Cam Cam Johnson, all he ever played was 3 and a little bit of 4, right? Right? Since he's been on the Nets, I'm saying. He's played some 3 and a little bit of 4.
Right. He played his bad basketball at the 4 last season. In this season,
Joe
Yeah.
he's been
Harris,
playing at 3. So
Joe
yeah, he's
Harris
playing
has
his best
played
basketball now. Yeah.
Joe Harris has played the 2, the 3, and in some instances the
I
4.
can't believe Joker's
Just be,
crashing out over Joe Harris though. That's wild to me.
I don't think it's a crash out. I'm just
I just
Real
can't wait
talk.
till we trade
Y'all
Johnson
on
the
me.
offseason, man. That's what I can't wait for.
all I'm trying to
Uh,
say is Joe Harris to me is like freaking what's the coach on the Lakers?
JJ
Hell no.
Redick?
Yeah,
Redick?
he's like
JJ Redick?
Hell
like
no.
JJ
Nah.
oh,
Redick.
how
And
about
he
this too?
Hell no.
Real quick, because
You
I'm glad I
out.
got these. I'm glad I got these stats pulled up. Right in the playoffs, though, during the regular season, Joe Harris is a much better shooter from three
yeah,
than.
definitely. And that's why I
But
said
in the playoffs,
Redick.
guess
Yeah,
what? In the playoffs,
yeah.
Cam is shooting almost 60 percentage points higher than
Oh my
Joe
God.
Harris from three,
I don't
Exactly.
I
and
don't
and
That
100
matters.
points higher from the field in the
I
playoffs.
don't I
That
don't doubt it.
matters.
I don't doubt it because
That's why
I
he not
said,
better.
well,
And
we
he
can't
played
only
10 more
judge
games.
we
Talking
can't
about you
only
don't
judge
doubt it.
by
That's why he not
postseason.
better. If you get all the way to the playoffs and you trash, you ain't better than the guy that you might have been better in the regular
I
season
don't
because you
even
got
think Joe
value in the
Hey,
playoffs
Harris.
more
I
than
don't
the
that's
even
one.
think. I don't
regular
even think
season.
Joe Harris sniffs Cal Korver as a shooter.
Hell no.
He
Respectfully.
he doesn't.
Well, Kyle
He does.
Korver, one of
Bro,
the
Kyle
I ain't never
Korver,
greatest
seen
but
that
Kyle
many
shooters.
open
Korver was a
shots.
better
Hold on. Let
player
me ask
too.
y'all this.
Hmm.
I never seen that many open shots for a player in the playoffs. Like KD was drawing so much defense to him. And the shots that he was giving Joe Harris, I was like, yo, he gotta knock this one down. Like, bro, I'm
And
sorry.
then he
I'm
won
kind
a
of
3 point
mad at y'all for
contest that
even
same year.
revisiting
He
this. You
Yeah,
know
did
what
he
I mean?
did.
because
He won.
he led
Then
the
they
league in
started this
shooting
chaos,
twice.
man. Dylan came over here talking about Joe Harris better than Cam Johnson, man. And
Yeah,
come on, man, this shit is
The,
He
the,
won
the,
a
ridiculous.
3 point contest
the,
that same year and couldn't hit a shot in the
yeah.
playoffs. That
I,
shit
I
is
just think
Maybe
there's
crazy.
a little overhype with
Like the
Johnson. If
same
he's on a
year, right?
contending team, he's a fourth or fifth option. He's no third option. I
that's
think
what I'm
that's why
saying.
it'd be best to
That's what
move
I'm
on
saying.
from
I
as
don't
soon as
care about no
possible.
18 points a game. It's like he's doing it on freaking lottery team.
I
I
know
Yeah.
mean,
Cam.
If
I
he would
know
have
has
Cam
did,
to.
Johnson was
if he
like,
would have
"Yo,
did
don't
this,
trade
if
me,
he would
yo,
have did this
don't trade
when
me."
Yo, y'all, but we can't argue.
But
We
the
can't
whole
argue
point that
Cam
I'm making,
Johnson doing this, and when we was
hold,
trying to get his value up.
hold on,
Like,
LM.
no,
The
I'm
whole
talking
reason
about
why I
when we
say
needed
that,
him to
the
do
only
this. If he would have teamed up with when McCall was averaging 26, if he would have did this then maybe would have made some noise in the playoffs.
but he was getting the third or fourth shot because it was McCall and Cam first.
Oh man.
right, and Breezy
Who's
would have had a
older?
fit
Who's
if
the
Cam
veteran?
Johnson was the second option.
Who's older? Who's the veteran?
Yeah, I
Bro,
think
come
it
on
was.
now, bro.
He was
I think it
playing
was.
his role.
Yeah,
See,
all right.
this is the thing. This is the thing. Because I ain't say Cam was a star. He's one of the best role players in the league, though. So when you get a role player and they play their role, why are we mad at that? So
He's
we
a
want
fourth
him
or
to.
fifth
Oh no,
option,
I'm not
Priest.
I'm not disagreeing with you that he's a role player. It's like we saw even on his team with Phoenix, they had other role players, right? Like the dude who was starting forward opposite of him, right? Like you had McCall, you had
I
Crowder.
think Crowder was there at
Crowder.
that.
That's what I'm saying. So Crowder's a role player, right? So I'm saying I
Hmm.
understand that, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like for me, I'm saying he's having a great year for Cam Johnson, but I'm saying I'm not gonna let that turn into I'm not gonna let that turn into so therefore we shouldn't trade him, or so therefore we should try to demand two firsts for him and not trade him. And then next year he's gonna revert back to the mean, and everyone's gonna be saying, "Man, we should have got rid of him."
But
LBL, you know how
but
we
this
could
is my
salvage
this is
this?
my this is my this is my when you talk about revert back to the mean. When you talking about revert back to the mean to a guy who since he touched foot in the NBA has been one of the best shooters in the league. Don't you? I think this year is reverting back to the mean and not the aberration of the 1 year where he didn't shoot well. When you talking about a guy who has been since he touched foot in the league, he's been 39-40% from three.
But
He
there's a
has one bad shooting year, and now you're saying revert
He's
back to
been
the mean is
injured
going
most
the
of his
other
but
way.
career.
there's
Priest,
also
you
such
get
a
the
thing
facts
as
mixed up
volume, right?
again, man.
There's
No, I
also
don't
such
got the
a
facts messed up, and
Yes,
I'm
you
looking
are.
at
You're
his stats right
overhyping
no,
now.
but
3 good months. Wait, you're overhyping 3 good months. Anybody else in his
Oh
position
my
could have done what he
god.
did this season
uh,
if they were on
but
a bad team
what
and
I'm
had some
saying
type of skill.
That's not
uh,
true.
Priest, what I'm
Yes, it is.
what
No,
I'm
it's not.
saying is when we talking about like
Hey,
his shooting, I'm not saying he can't shoot. Like that would just be a lie, right? So I'm not saying he can't shoot, but the reason his volume has stepped up and the reason that he's doing better right now is because he's the featured guy. But when we needed him to
But hold
just
on,
sit
real quick.
open, and there were a lot of times when he wasn't aggressive at all, and
Let
that's
me
what
let
I'm
me
saying.
let me ask you this though. If you're talking about a Cam Johnson on the court, right, without Cam Thomas getting most of the defensive attention rolled to him, and then with that, he's shooting the best percentages of his career. I'm talking about total, not from three, because he's been a great 3-point shooter this whole time. But I'm talking about from the mid range, from two, from the free throw line, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's doing all that with the defensive attention rolled to him. It ain't about just you're doing it on a bad team. It's hard to score when you're the only scorer.
Definitely.
So everybody say Nick Claxton can't do nothing on offense. Everybody say Ben Simmons sucks on offense.
Yeah.
So you're putting him out there with guys. Jalen Wilson is just a shooter. He's not no guy that can get his own shot, right?
But when I see him, Jordy has devised a way for him to get his looks and for him to be featured. And I guess the other teams don't really care as long as they're winning, right? Because we don't have a winning record. So I'm saying
So
he's
you
doing
think
what he's
teams
supposed
like
to do.
Houston and Oak and the teams that
I'm
lost to
not
us
saying
don't
that they're
care?
no, I'm saying I think that he could be a complementary piece, right?
I
For a
agree.
team that wants for a team that wants to win. But I'm gonna say this, and you probably will disagree, but I'm gonna say he's a marginal starter in the NBA.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't think that.
you know how we could salvage this? We have draft night coming up. OKC and the Spurs, they both have had interest in Johnson. If they're ahead of us and they want to move back, trade Johnson, get some picks, and let's kill this draft. That's the only way we could salvage this now. If Sean Marks wants to gain some type of credibility, because now people are calling for his
I
job
think
for the
Sean Marks
petition.
has
And
plenty credibility.
and
I
at the
think
same
y'all are
time,
What
calling
do you
for
mean?
his job.
What do you mean credibility? What have we done with Sean
and
Marks
in
these 8 years, Priest?
we're
A second round
forgetting
appearance?
we're forgetting the fact that
Sean Marks
while most of
inherited a
us
team with no future, no draft capital, nothing, and to flip that whole thing.
And he
That's
lost in a
credible.
year. And he lost in a year. Wait. He lost in a, he was supposed to get Kyrie and James signed with KD, and he couldn't even do that. So how are we going to reward
That's
him for
not his fault.
destroying that? Oh,
but
he's
You
a,
can't make somebody. All right, y'all got it. You got it.
You
we're
know
forgetting
what?
the
so
point
he's not a
that
GM
hold,
priest. What you're
we're
saying?
I
forget
feel like
guys as
You
much as
can't make a
Cam John
player sign a contract.
as much as
Hello. Do you want to win a
Hold on,
title?
hold
You
on,
have
hold
to
on
inject
John, hold
money.
on. As
hold
much
on.
as we oh go ahead, Breezy.
Man,
Nah,
there's
go
so
ahead. Say what
much.
you're gonna say, Alan. Then I'm finna end the show because I want. I mean, yeah, because I want to watch the game. I know the clubhouse might be cool, but I'll be moving around, I'll be doing mad shit. But
So what I'll say is this: as much as we wanted to see Cam, most of us wanted to see Cam Johnson off the team. I'm not saying that maybe Sean Marks wasn't greedy in his negotiations because maybe he was. I mean, there was reports came out about San Antonio. He wanted 2 first rounders and Keldon Johnson and all that. But what I'm saying is, if there were no good offers, if there were none, we don't know. We wasn't in the rooms. We wasn't negotiating. We wasn't at the tables. If there was no good offers, it would make sense to keep him. Once again, it made sense to keep him. If we traded Cam Johnson and
Oh no,
Shams announced it and we got back bullshit, a lot of y'all in here would be tight.
but do you
So like
trust that? Do you trust that your idea of a good offer and Mark's idea of a good offer is the same?
I definitely don't.
Now I'm
I
saying
li- I
they would
I
have
think that
if
I
Memphis
do,
offered me a first and fat Marcus Smart, I would have took it.
but how do we know they offered him that?
Now I'm
That's
saying
That's
that's
not
what
a
that's
good
what I'm
offer.
saying.
That's
And
not a good
to me,
offer.
that's not a good offer either.
You get a first pick out the deal. At the end of the day, look what Luke and those got traded for. A pick each. Like at the
Which
end of the
pick
day,
is
the
it?
market's
Memphis?
different
If
now.
it's Memphis' own pick, what good is it gonna do? They're gonna be good next
It's
year.
not going to
so
be
hold
any.
on,
It's not going to
we
do
have
any good.
to
hold
now
on,
what we
y'all. I
have to
just want
do
to
is we
say,
have
How
to
many
hunt.
more picks are we supposed to accumulate at this point?
Well,
right, hold
Brees,
on.
you
That's what
want
I
to
was
make
about to
Cal
get to.
Hall
Hold on,
for him, so that's a
right, hold
problem
on.
with it.
Hey,
Right,
hey, hold
that's
up,
basically,
Breezy. Go ahead, Breezy.
yeah, that's what I basically was going to say. Like, we got enough draft picks where we don't have to be this draft pick fiend. We don't have to do this. Like, I understand what they say, but again, you got to realize some of it is Cam Johnson not wanting to leave. And some of it is Sean Marks seeing the player that they can consider being a vet. And if y'all do consider us having a championship roster, I don't know why y'all shy away from Cam Johnson being that vet, D'Lo
He's not
being
in
that.
my championship roster, Breeze. Respectfully, he's
Hold on,
not. He's an asset to
hold on.
get me a star potentially.
Listen. But at the end of the day, like I said, Cam Johnson want to be here. So that has a large part to do with it. Look at what happened with KD, Kyrie, Harden. It's nice for the Brooklyn Nets to keep a player that wants to be here. Like y'all said, Sean Marks, he received a lot of criticism for not even keeping the Bruce Brown. They like, yo, why you didn't keep Bruce Brown? Bruce Brown thought he was going to stay. Maybe they're changing their ways and they want to do it with Cam Johnson, an actual
I don't
player saying he wants to be here.
It don't make sense when he's
I
29 years old.
think it
respectfully.
outweighs what y'all Nets fans are saying about him because, for
Respectfully
one, just that
understand
feeling
that.
that he wants to be here. I think that's the front office wants that
Respectfully,
feeling, that
respectfully,
energy,
I
bro.
don't understand that thinking. It's like Luca wanted to be with Dallas,
Yeah.
right? I'm saying
Bro,
you don't
no.
just keep a you don't
Can't
keep a
compare the
guy
two
just because of that.
situations.
time out. Yeah, that's too. Come on, man. You going
You guys
somewhere
are
else,
giving
bro.
Johnson too much pull here,
But
guys.
I'm
He's a
saying,
role player. This guy is
but the
not
guy
the end
wanted
all be
to
all.
be here.
What up,
The guy
Barry? What up,
wanted to
Tony
be here.
Tom?
Jared Allen wanted to be here. What happened then?
Bye.
And
He
we
got he
didn't
was
agree
saying.
with that
Listen, that's
move.
what I'm saying. Those are the mistakes that y'all keep mentioning. And what I'm saying right now is instead of him making that same mistake, he's keeping Cam Johnson. And my thing is, why y'all want to
And
get
how
hold on.
many?
My thing is, y'all will be talking about vets to get to add to this team that don't have no type of vibe here. It's just all business.
And what I'm
And
saying
And,
is,
and,
y'all
and let me hold
let's
on,
leave Joe Harris
Breezy.
alone
Let me bring up.
because I
Hold on.
wanted
Let me
Joe
bring up
Harris
one
to be
quick point,
traded.
right?
I
Let me
wanted
bring up
Joe
one
Harris
quick
to be
point, and then
traded. He didn't want to
I'm
trade
out because I
Joe
want to
Harris.
watch the game.
yeah, I'm finna
Um,
watch the game, man. What's
so
up?
I'll bring up one quick point. I think Feast would agree with this because he's the one that we want to get. Y'all don't think realistically? Let's say the NBA rewards us with the second pick or third pick, and we get a Dylan Harper. Y'all don't think Cam Johnson still here would raise up his value with Dylan as the point guard
I
next
think Cam
season?
Johnson will fit alongside Dylan as a shooter
Oh man.
and a wing scorer.
You see how he played with CP3? You see
Oh
how,
my
you know what I'm
gosh,
saying? And then
I'm
guys,
just I'm
he's
just
a
saying
trade
I'm not
asset at this point.
I would if you can get something good for Cam Johnson, then yes, of course you trade him. But if you're getting
But the
bullshit
whole
offers,
point
why
about
not?
but see
Why trade him?
shooter, how you
the
play with
whole point
shooter?
that I have, and I'm gonna say this so Breezy can get on watch this game because we still got a couple minutes. But
Yeah, I see that. I'm watching it. Trust me, I'm watching the clock.
the whole point is It ain't always about. You don't always have to trade everyone. You don't have to trade every single player.
Right.
It makes
This
no
is a
that
role
makes
play.
no that makes no sense to me. When you have players that can be a part, whether because he's 28 right now, not 29, so he's a 28-year-old player. He is not outside of the timeline of a 2-3 year rebuild. He's not.
He's gonna be in his 30s though by the time we're ready to go though, Priest. So what do
But
we
the thing with
really
that, John, is if
ourselves there?
he's here to Priest's point, if he's here as a vet at 30, you don't expect much out of him. But if he's coming off the bench for whoever our roster looks like, you got a 43% shoot 3-point shooter coming off your bench.
Elam, you know what I heard today? Elam, you know what I heard today from Jordy? He says the owner has a plan. You know what that means? That means Johnson's likely being traded for superstar, whether it's 2 to 3 years
A
down the line.
superstar.
So there's your early
I
spoiler.
never
There's your early
seen somebody,
spoiler.
bro.
Here's what I
That's a
think.
Who will we get for Cam
that's a
Johnson?
reach.
Who
That's a
knows?
reach,
Wait,
bro.
LM,
That's a
Wait,
reach.
LM,
No,
who
hell
knows
no.
at
No,
this
no, no, no.
point?
Time out. You time out, man. That's a reach. Anytime somebody says, you think I can't let that shit slide, Joe?
Breezy. Do you know who Sean Marks and Joe Desai are? They don't have a clue what's going on, and you're praising them. Come on, Breezy.
Bro, you interpreted what they said as trading for Cam Johnson to get a superstar. Bro, I don't know how you did that.
You know he's making 20 million. You know he's making 20 million, right? If you pair him and Claxton's salary, so you could get a superstar. Why else are they on his team?
No. We just seen Luca for
They
AD.
on his team because they're Brooklyn Nets, and they
right.
All right,
We just seen
Wow,
Luka,
Priest, that was wow.
No, we just seen Luca for AD. That was a superstar. Everybody complaining about the draft capital, but that's superstar for superstar. You are not trading Cam Johnson for AD or Luca. You're not doing.
Did I say he's just for a superstar one-on-one? You'd have to put pieces, but Johnson's salary would be a part of it potentially.
I don't want to
who would
trade
you
for no
even
more
get?
superstars.
Right, like that's kind of the same cycle we've been doing.
But
done with trading for
LM,
superstars.
that's just it. We have the same management. This is what this all feels like. This hasn't even been a real tank this year. That's what me and LBL are saying.
I disagree, man. I disagree.
Guys, at best, we're gonna be
Listen,
top
hold on.
5 worst
Let me say
teams.
why I
We just
disagree.
leave it up to
Let me say why I disagree. Then I'm gonna watch this game. I disagree because you and Dylan and all y'all Nets fans that keep saying this, my debate to you and all of y'all is he had to show the fans that he did right by missing on Steve Nash, Jock Vaughn. He missed on those guys, right? And when that time he had D'Antoni, still a miss, right? He had to prove to Joe Tsai that I could get a good head coach. So my thing is, winning those games proves that to Joe Tsai. Now, for the fans, yeah, we can still get into the tank and don't pretend like we ain't in it. So again, this is why I debate y'all every time, bro. It is important to set the culture from Sean Marks to Joe Tsai. It's important to create the culture with the coach being the biggest voice in the locker room, not the superstar. Because you say all of this about the superstar, and like, yo, he got it. Then he come out and say, yo, I ain't a leader. Like, I mean, I kind of am, but I don't know, maybe. Like, what? You need a head coach to take on that responsibility. And that's what a head coach do. That's why I say
more than you need
versus what y'all be saying.
Breezy. We have the same management who are probably going to do the same thing all over again, unless we have new managers.
I think it's both.
I'm finna end the show, man. Y'all not gonna make me much. Let me get my popcorn. Let me get my snacks. Nah, I ain't saying it's that crazy, but nah, seriously, I do want to watch this game, and it's 7:29. I'm gonna be back right after the game over, and we can continue this. Me, you, John, LBL, Big Priest, Iceman, all of us. You know what I'm saying?
One thing before you close out, Breezy. Players, just like you said, the coach is important for the culture. It's important to have good players or good culture generating players as well. Good character players. So go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I'm gonna end the show with that. You know what I'm saying? Shout to the whole panel. Shout to the chat. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to watch this game versus the Miami Heat at the Barclays. Shout to my guy. This is JTV. He's going to be at the game. I was going to go, but I wasn't feeling well. But shout to Jay. He's going to be there. Hopefully, he'll join the panel with us later. And again, man, shout to everybody that pulled up for this live. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back right after the game for the recap. All right, y'all. Later. Peace.
Peace.